Hello everyone, and it's a new video and we continue to work on the build of my RV10 airplane. And in today's video I will continue to work on the step 29. I still have a little bit to do there. I guess it's related to the floor panels. Plus I will continue to the next step where I'm going to be installing the rear steps for my airplane, like those steps which let you actually in, right? To step into the airplane, and I will start to work on the instrument panel. It's not actually instrument panel, but the whole top cover where instrument panel attaches. So that's my plan, and I must say that there is still lots of work here, a lot of work, and what you see is coming closer to the quick build stage. So basically that quick build fuselage kit which you can order from Vans. Like in my case I got the slow build, but quick build it will come something like that, plus I guess it's gonna have that instrument top assembly, and I think that's it. That's basically it for the quick build fuselage. So I'm coming to that point where say I got my quick build. Anyway, I'm continuing. I mistakenly deleted part of the video where I was working on the landing gear mounts. Well, just in short to say, it was a pain, really big pain to install those. Why it was a pain? Because when I was match drilling and pre-drilling everything on disassembled, like separately on the spar and everything, it was easy, like all those bolts easily fit and everything. But as soon as I start to work on already assembled part of the fuselage and installing those gear mounts, it was a pain to put all bolts through. Like it was really a pain. It took me a good amount of time to do, like half a day. But luckily I did everything. I attached proper nuts, proper washers, and that's it, tied it to the proper torque. And yeah, don't forget, you have to actually use the torque meter to do that job. It's very important. And that's it. My landing gear mounts are inside. You will see them later in my videos when I'm going to be showing you something on what I work inside. For now, less talking, more working, and let's do it.
We're flying! We're flying!
Woo! Dear pilots, you're doing such a fantastic job. But I think it's time for a break.
I'm not sure if we have an autopilot.
Oh, you have an autopilot.
Okay.
Would you like some ice cream or apple?
Apple!
Apple! Oh, I have an apple for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, it's ready. So now I'm just waiting for my friends to pass by and help me to lift it and to put it on. Yeah, so well, it's not, well, kind of, not maybe a little bit overkill, but nothing fancy here. So I decided to support the front, support the back, and of course support the center. I saw some ideas where people just making it supporting the front and back, but I found that in case my kid's gonna be jumping inside or I'm gonna be working inside until I get my landing gears and struts attached. So it's gonna be better if it's gonna be, well, in the middle, because it's designed, right, to have a spar as a main part where you can apply all force, all weight. So I decided to make a middle support as well. Otherwise, nothing fancy, just waiting for friends to come, as I said, and put it on. And that's it, we're good to go. It was actually lots of time before previous moment in this video and now. Yeah, it's about like 3-4 weeks I was busy and I haven't done anything on my airplane. I was mainly working on my avionics, which some of you know I'm designing and developing, so I was all in that in avionics, in my equipment, in coding, programming, electrical schematic drawings. Anyway, that's his past. I will make some video about that later on for sure, but now I'm getting back to work on my airplane, and finally what I actually have is I was missing some bolts. For some reason Vans never included the right size. I don't know why. I mean, they included AN311A. Instead I had AN310A. So basically a bit shorter ones, which obviously were not well fit there. So I had to order, instead of going through Vans, because it just takes time, so I just ordered a spruce before they reached me in Canada. So finally I have them here. So what's gonna be next? I'm gonna be installing steps. So right now, after my airplane, my fuselage, not yet airplane, but getting there. My fuselage is already on its dolly, which me and my father, we built. So now it's time to actually install steps and continue with working on the, what's next after that? I think we're going to, yeah, to the top cover, top panel for the avionics and everything. Oh, another important thing, what I got here, those little strips, it's for my seats. Maybe some of you remember in one of my previous videos I was saying that I was missing those from Vans, and I checked everywhere. I searched, I couldn't find, so I was sure Vans never included that to me. Well, I emailed to Vans saying, guys, hey, sorry, it's my fault, it's more than 1 month, and I just realized I'm missing those parts. But their tech support says, no, it says on your list, so we'll ship that. Well, no arguments, right? When someone is saying to you, we ship to you, so you're the problem. Yeah, so anyway, I had to buy it. It's not expensive, it's fine. It's $10 each, so it's okay. But it's just the case that, well, Vans said we shipped because it's listed on our list, packing list, we shipped. But in fact, they never did, to be honest. So I checked it like 4 times, and I don't have that many parts, right, left, so it's not that difficult to check. So that part is also solved. I have that. Oh, I also bought this from Vans. It's not a part of the standard kit. That's for the oil cooler. So that part is not a part of the standard Vans kit, unless I don't know something, unless it comes with the finishing kit, but I guess no. So yeah, maybe with Firewall forward. Again, I don't know, so I just bought it. It's not expensive, but I'm planning to install it because every time I see those pictures of other RV10s on Facebook or in VAF forums, I see everyone has it installed, so I wanted to. And yeah, that's basically it. Oh, I'll show you something else what I have. Here we are. I got some interesting materials here actually. I got it almost everything from the aircraft spruce except one. I'll tell you which one. So that's a Soundex product, SX600. That's for my floors, for the soundproofing of the floors. That is also the Soundex belly mat. Okay, that belly mat with that metallic paper. I guess it's not that perfect for the I mean, you know what I'm trying to say, that that's our forward floors where I'm planning to use it. In case, if I ever have a fire here, it's gonna be super hot here, right? My firewall here and all my engine compartment will be like a huge oven, so it's gonna be super hot. But air from under the cooling goes underneath, right? Because we have exhaust pipes here, so all that hot air will be basically going out. And it's gonna be, well, basically baking, cooking me and my floor here. So something here should be fireproof, otherwise I'm not sure if it's a good idea to put. So I don't know how this is good or not, I'll check. I just bought it to try, we will see. However, they saying it is spec to use on the firewalls. Imagine that. Well, we will check it. Now we have something else. We have FiberX paper. That's cool thing. That's interesting thing what I bought. This is a kind of a special super booper thermal paper, which I guess can be used on firewall, or it can be used on the floor in between those. So between this and the floor, I can use this before putting it on the floor. So maybe that's gonna give me some. Anyway, everything was bought mainly for testing purposes, but of course for installation once I decide what to install. And finally, we have something interesting also here. It's a heat shield, which I bought separately. And this one is a very good heat shield to use on the firewall. So this heat shield, it even says you it guarantees rated for 1100 Fahrenheit radiant or 2200 Fahrenheit over 30 seconds and reflects up to 90% of radiant heat. So this thing will definitely go here. And yes, I saw someone did it, so I bought the same. So this will definitely go on firewall. So idea is just we want as much heat as possible to remove from here, like to reflect. In case of fire, we don't want this to become like the oven, right? Because we still need to land. Hope it will never happen, but well, you never know. So that's the materials I bought. Plus I have some other material I'll show later, and that's I'm going to be installing at some point. I just have to decide what I need to install. So that's the moment how it is right now, and my fuselage is on the dolly, and I'm ready to go on and start to work, because very soon after installation of my steps, after installation of the top cover here, I will move on to the tail cone, and I'll have to figure something with those shelves because I have no idea how to fit it here. Oh, holy. Okay, let's work. I have to deviate from plans a little bit and make some changes in the shape of those ribs. Well, some of you probably know why it's that. It's not an invention, it's something what some RV builders are doing on RV10. But for those who doesn't know, I will explain later, but this is the idea to fit the larger size avionics units. Well, I will show it later when I mount everything on the airplane. I'll show you why I deviated and made those cutouts here. But well, that's quite interesting and quite useful. Well, that's almost the end of this video, and as I promised, somewhere in the middle to explain why I made some modifications to the parts not according as per Van's plans. So I'll show you and I'll explain you. That's say my avionics which I'm planning to install. That's, by the way, what I'm developing myself for my own airplane. So as you remember, those ribs originally has like the straight line here. So basically, if I would like to install my EFIS, I either have to install it in between, somehow like that, or in my case, if I want to install 3 of those, it won't fit because obviously that this rib would interfere with the enclosure of my EFIS. So what I basically made is I just made a cut out like that, and right now, as you can see, I can perfectly fit my EFIS anywhere here. So 3 EFISes, one in the middle and one on the right side, gonna fit here just perfect. Now, the second deviation from the plans is those square holes. I know square is not good for aviation, and I will obviously round the corners, but I picked the square just because I had those pieces of aluminum to make the shims around from. I have two of those, so I basically made one here and one on that side, and I will need that for all sort of wiring, for the plumbing, for everything like to pass here, because otherwise, as per original plans, that has to be covered, and in that case all wiring has to go right here underneath, which I don't really like. I prefer it to go here nicely, so I will add some plastic covering here on the sharp edge just to ensure that no wires will be cut or wherever. So that's my plan, and as you can see, it grows up. So I already have the top part, which I like almost 70% riveted in. I just have some rivets to put on the back side. And yeah, and it's almost the time to move to tail cone, which I hope is going to be in the next video. And for now, well, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and stay tuned. New video will come quite soon, and as I'm planned to start to move on the plans. And yeah, I have to move some things around my hangar in order to accommodate the tail cone length attached to my fuselage. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye.